that. So today we're carrying on with simultaneous equations. The only complication is going to be a few more minuses will be involved. So we're going to be doing Hegarty number 192. And so I just want to talk you through 3 or 4 of this sort of level of questions. So our thought process, it is the y's that are lined up. We've got a single y in both of these, not the x's, because we've got a 4x and an x. So our focus is to eliminate the y's. Now, because they've got different signs, our decision is to add these equations together, because y added together with minus y added together with minus y, that overall is a minus, and y minus y equals 0. So the first step is to make sure you understand why the decision was to add these equations together. So let's add them together. 4x plus x is 5x. The y's have disappeared. 20 add 15 is 35. So 5x equals 35. Divide both sides by 5, we get x equaling 7. So we've worked out x. We now need to go and work out y. So our step 2, which is always the same, just take either of the equations to start with. I'm going to take the top one. 4 lots of x plus y equals 20, but I've just worked out that x is 7. So 4 lots of x is 4 lots of 7. 4 7s are 28. 28 add y is 20, and this is the complicated bit. So y's got to be minus 8, because 28 minus 8 would give us 20. So our final answer for this question is x is 7, y equals minus 8. So the only bit here that's a bit more difficult than last lesson was this step 2 at the end. Right, let's go and practice a different one. Okay, so here we've got a similar one. 3x minus y equals this, x plus y equals this. We're focusing on the y's again, but it's a single y. The signs are different, so we're going to add the equations together again. 3x add x is 4x. Now be careful here. 12 added together with minus 4. Now when you add a minus, that is an overall minus. So 12 minus 4 is plus 8. So 4x equals 8. Divide both sides by 4, we get x equaling 2. Step 2, to go and work out y. Take either equation, doesn't matter which one. I've taken the top one. We've just worked out that x is 2. So substitute 2 in and replacing the x. So 3x is 3 lots of 2, which is 6. Now 6 minus y has got to equal 12. Now this is tricky. This means that y's got to be minus 6, because 6 minus minus 6 is the same thing as 6 add 6, which is 12. Okay, so this bit here is tricky. Okay, let's just go and have another look at a different one. So this was the question 4 of these. Again, I'll probably speed up a little bit now because I don't want to make the video too long. Now notice how on this occasion we're not trying to eliminate the y's, because we've got 4y and 1y. We're eliminating the x's. The signs are different, so we've chosen to add the equations together. 4y add y is 5y. Now be careful here, minus 7 added together with minus 8. Now that is an overall minus. So minus 7 minus 8 is minus 15. So 5y equals minus 15. Divide both sides by 5, we get y equaling minus 3. Now step 2, to work out x, take either equation. I've taken x plus y equals minus 8. Just worked out that y is minus 3. So x minus 3 equals minus 8. Now this is tricky again, so x has got to be minus 5. Because minus 5, take away another 3, gives you minus 8. Okay, and then there's another one there, but I think I'm going to leave that example. It's just more of the same, but I've just got it there, so on the recording you can just work through another one if you want. Now this is important, okay? These are tricky, and I know with Hegarty maths you just get one tiny bit wrong, it marks the whole question wrong, which is really frustrating. So what I want you to do is to prioritize, start off by trying to get a better score on the one we did last of all, number 191. So let's say 50% and above. So if you've got 50% or above, you go and start number 192. But if you were still struggling with number 191, and I saw a number of you have got sort of quite low scores on that, I would rather you went back and spent the next 25 minutes improving your 191 score and even leave the 192. Just don't do it, okay? So make sure you've got your number 191 score above 50 before you move on to trying 192. Now, for those of you who've already got a good 191 score, then I want you guys to move on to number 192. All right, so that's it, guys. Sorry about the interruption at the beginning. Anybody got any questions? No? Okay, cool. Right, okay, guys. So I'll be keeping an eye out and looking up the posts and everything for the rest of the lesson. And obviously, any scores that get onto Hegarty Maths, I will transfer them across onto my markbook over on Teams. Okay, cheers, guys. Bye.